Hey. So, King of Boys came out, and I'm doing my own review a week and 3 days after. Well, better late than never. What's popping? How you guys doing? How is your day? How's your day going? Welcome to Nimi Wood. This is our first chit chat on this channel, and by God's special grace, there will be still plenty to come. By God's grace. So yeah, today we're doing a movie review on King of Boys. The most talked about movie. So wala sing King of Boys. And I'm going to tell you what I feel about the movie when I watched it, what I felt about the movie in general. Episodes 1 to 7 in here. So without wasting much of our time, let's get into the video. So yeah, first of all, let me first tell you guys. I auditioned for this King of Boys 2 last year, and I wasn't picked eventually, but I didn't feel bad actually. I didn't feel any type of way. I just felt motivated, especially after they picked the winners, because people that won, they put in their best. Like their own was creative like mad. They went out of their way to do something mad. So yeah, I felt like it was a message for me to work harder and work on my skills. And ever since that time, I've actually been making conscious effort, to do better at every single thing I'm doing, especially this whole acting thing. So yeah, I just wanted to become a spec. I still want to become a spec. So everything in my power to continue working hard, to be better than yesterday, better than the previous version of myself. I'm gonna keep doing it, and I'm gonna try my best not to be biased about this, because I really like Kemi Adesiba. Kemi Adesiba is director and producer of King of Boys. So yeah, King of Boys is a fantastic movie that had a lot of, like, so many things were in that movie. So many things went into that movie that actually needs to be addressed. Do you understand? So many things happened in that movie that, it's not just something that you watch and bypass. So many things were very good about that movie, from the camera. So we're going to get to that. So that takes us to the first part of what I want to talk about. This first part of the movie I want to talk about, and that is the casting and characterization. Oh my God. See, the two people that came together to pick these people to act these roles, honestly, they finished work. When they understood the assignment. Because every single person in this movie, practically all of them, killed their roles. So let me tell you, my favorite character in this movie was Mr. Fashino, the bald-headed man. There you go. Moju badi funwe. Forget. He finished his role. I've never seen him act this kind of role before. He's an office guy, he talk, a lover boy, something, nothing in this context. I've never. And I think it's his first time, being his first time. Honestly, he murdered it. He killed it. He finished it. Okay, Mr. Fashino, he was Eniola Salami's campaign manager. I think it was the comic relief of the movie, because he was really funny. He's a clumsy person, komoju komora. He doesn't know when to talk. He doesn't know how to behave in public. He doesn't have control of himself. He's always sweating. But he's an intelligent man, very intelligent. I really liked it. At the end of the day, he proved that, okay, yes, I'm not just funny, like I get something upstairs. And my favorite scene of him was where the governor went to meet Eniola to congratulate her, and then she was like, I normally I would have wished you the same, but I don't like to lie. If you see the way he laughed, possible. They were talking to him. He was just like a right hand man. Then the way everybody in my cousin like, what's funny? Are you stupid? What's funny?
We just thought we would come over and wish you good luck.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. That's very kind of you. I wish you the same, but I don't like telling lies.
And then he was not okay. I don't use insensitive. He was not. He didn't just. It doesn't. I think the best way to explain this is in Yoruba. Komoju komora. For example, when they went to the burial ground, And then when the man wanted to, she wanted to go in, and he was like, let's take a picture, so that we have something to send to the press. And everybody was like, are you stupid? What's your problem? And then he's always jittery around her. I think at the later part of the movie, he got comfortable with her. It was just so funny. He was a comic relief. He acted well. The boldness, I think he was born in the movie, added juice to his character. He added more spice. Like everybody that's okay with this guy. Some people, he looked like someone that was actually a nerd when he was in secondary school. So yeah, from Mr. Fashional, that's my favorite. That's the major thing I really like about that character. The realness, and he was just naturally funny. Do you get? So yeah, about that was my first favorite character. My second favorite character was Are. You see, about Are, I've never in my life seen somebody that is so powerful yet very fearful. I mean, that man, he's like, he had his legs in politics. That time doing answers that people were like, nah, it's not this person controlling this place, another person. Exactly. That kind of person is. He held a very high position. He wasn't a politician. I don't think he was a politician. He's just someone that was very influential, commands here and there, and people feared him because as per I read the wrong thing. I read the wrong things rather. So that person having that kind of, even the president confirmed it and was like, oh, Hare, hey, money Hare, hey, Hare now. Hare is like, he was like, Hare holds a very high position in politics and all of that. Like, I mean, it was obvious that he was a powerful person, but he was so weak, powerful yet weak, powerful yet fearful. He's like almighty Hare, but then deep down he was very insecure, and he had the best reactions to situations. Let me give an instance. There's a part in part one where Eniola and her sister and her daughter Kemi went to visit him. And I was like, this is not Kemi that used to look like a boy. As per when she was younger, she was like a boy. And that was Cap, because I don't know how I just saw her look like a boy when she was younger. That very beautiful woman. And the second part of it where I liked was where Eniola went to visit him in his prison, and he was like, when he woke up from sleep, he was like, hey, Jesus, like, calm down, bro. The third part of it, what even made me laugh so much was where he went to go and stay in the hospital. He went to hide in the hospital because he was running away from Eniola. That part was funny. Like, that's all fear grip you. Very insecure man. Even the last scene the last episode where at the round table where he told Eniola that she was going to die that day, and Eniola told him that don't worry, by this time tomorrow, by next morning, because it's night. By next morning, your family, they'll be gone. Like, all of them will be dead. Even yourself, you will follow. And then he was like, she's bluffing. Do you know that immediately he called the call after making mouse? That man was like, And then the line is unpredictable. Immediately, he called his guards outside to double the number of guards around the hospital. Can you imagine? That man was always scared, but he was powerful. And that's what I liked about that character. The oxymoron character, guy. He was weak, he was powerful and very weak. And I mean, this character spoke something. They spoke other things apart from what we're just supposed to see. If you watch it and observe every character, there were other things to notice about them apart from what we are just meant to see about them. And that's why I liked this. And I love his performance. He killed his role. I love his acting. He brought out everything he was supposed to bring out. He finished it. I really, really liked it. That's my second favorite. My third favorite was Bisola. Just in one scene, Bisola was Debbie Frankson. Debbie Frankson as Bisola. That lady in the campaign meeting center, campaign meeting room. That lady that came out to drop her proposal to tell Eniola Salami that she should that they should like that she was going to get married soon. Do you know I like that character for that short period of time that she was supposed to act? I mean, she passed the message. She was jittery, she was very nervous, she was fidgety. I like how she showed that she was scared obviously now so many people have heard a lot about Eniola Salami, and then being in the same room with her, your head feel burst. That's what I liked about that part. That's why I really, really liked it. She killed it. She was so scared, and how she was stammering, all of that. I really, really liked it. That was another person I liked. Another person I like, I don't forget. The first lady of Lagos State, Mrs. Jumoke Randall. Do I like that character? Because her character spoke elegance, power, bossiness, desperation. She was very dominant. she just spoke everything good. I love the elegance so much. I loved her dresses. I love how she spoke. She had a very soothing way of speaking that commanded power. I also loved how she was so daring. I just loved her voice. Everything about her was beautiful. She was a very beautiful villain. I like how she was so dominant. I love the dominant part of her. I loved how, all of these characters looked real. Do you understand? I was not surprised when Nise was brought for that role, because already she had everything for it. But then she surprised me more because she killed it better than I expected. Honestly, yeah, I really liked it. And I also liked where the scenes. My favorite scene of her was where the governor wanted to punch her in the face, and then she was like, "I'm coming." Yeah, the girl wanted to punch her in the face, and then she was like, "Oh, I dare you!" Then I really know I married a rando. I love that part. That part was so, ooh, mama, yeah. Then the second part of her was where she was proving to Arya that she's first lady, but she's the one running things. I like that part too. Then what other part of her did I like? There's so many scenes of her that I really enjoyed. Another person I liked was her mother-in-law, Chief Mrs. Randall. I love that. Chief Mrs. Randall. I loved her. And then what I liked about her, the major thing I liked about her was her accent. She was not only in 2 scenes, but her presence was prominent. She was not the most talked about, even though she was just in 2 scenes. I don't know. There was something about her I really enjoyed. I enjoyed her talking and giving power and warning them Jumoke. Like, my favorite part about what I liked about her was her accent, and that's what I said about this characterization, this casting. They didn't just make everybody look normal. They gave everybody different things to make them look different. I like the diversity of everybody's personality. Like for example, the accent where I like how she was saying, "Oh, it's a shame, really." Because that I've been trying to speak like her because I enjoyed it. It was different. It was different from what's other normal. I know something about Kemi. I think Kemi is big on accents. I'm not talking about American or British accent. I'm not talking about you being different from normal Nigerian tone we hear every day. And that's another thing that made that movie spectacular. I liked her own part. I like what she added to the movie. Everybody like, okay, yeah, this one. I like the way she catwalks. Very proud woman. I love that pride. Then another person I like was the governor Babatunde Randall. I didn't know I like the governor. I like him because he was very eloquent. I like eloquent people. His eloquence was it's not like these governors in this country that if you don't like it, some governors of this country will talk. You'll be like, it is well. But his own, when he speaks, I tried that part when he was giving a press release, a statement. I like that part because I enjoyed him speak. His voice was, we did a lot of voiceovers. His voice is very good for voiceover. I just liked his role. The other person I liked was Odogumale. Il Bliss. I've never seen him act. It's just music. And then in part 1 of King of Boys, I didn't see him. Like, I didn't notice him that much. I noticed him. I knew there was an Odogumale, but I didn't really add importance to him in that part 1 of King of Boys. It was just this part that I really understood. I honestly, I felt him. Like, let me tell you, my 2 favorite parts of him, scenes of him, was that first part where his children, when he was talking to his children, one of them scored a goal and he was calling me Messi. He was like, Messi. And then immediately after he was done hyping, the way his face just changed. Like, there was a situation like this. A situation whereby he smiled at someone like, okay, that kind of thing. Why did he do it to his children? Because he wanted to speak to the Eniola Salami. I like that part. The second part of him I liked was where he was playing game with one of his guys, and then the guy was still begging like, "Oh boss, I did sorry." But after he was talking to him, he kept on playing like, "Nah, I go beat you. Till the guy left, he did not know that the guy go. Till Makanaki came, he did not know. Till this down, he didn't know he was still talking. When Makanaki said, "Odogumale," Makanaki was like, sorry, Odogumale. I love how the slow-mo this expression. It caught that fear in him and surprise.
Odogumale. Don't tell my brother.
It was like caught him by surprise, and then that slow mode. Ah, shit. Every part of this the movie had an importance. I like how they specifically slow mo that place so that this guy is in for it. All these little details, they picked it. I really know this movie was just it was a mad movie. Another character I liked was Dakpo, the presenter. You know, as a mass communication student, there's some things I was looking out for. Like there's some things I wanted him to do, say, act. That was okay. This guy is a real reporter, and that was in. And what the first that impressed me was when he said, "I know you've been the one sending us anonymous packages." As in, there's a term called packaging in reporting, that one. So when he used it, I was like, okay. And there's some things he did that made me feel like, okay, I'm enjoying this guy. This is where you get them, and that's the crazy thing about acting. Acting is not just you coming on screen to do anything. Acting is you living your real self to be another person entirely. So for you to interpret that role, you need to understand that. You need to understand what that character is feeling, that person is feeling, the emotions, every single thing about that person. Do you understand? For you to be able to interpret and say, okay, oh yes, so I'm going to act this and I'll kill it. And that was what he did. And I think that guy is such a versatile actor, because I've seen him act other roles and I was like, oh, and this part of him, how he was so stubborn, how he was desperate to bring down Enola Salami, all of those desperation, I think it's desperation, yeah. So all of that was shown, and then and he's also a very smart person. I just love this character so much. So that's that about characterization. So the next thing we're going to go to is the camera, the principal photography, basically. Everything about the principal photography, the camera movements, the shot angles, everything. And that's where Kemi really showed us, oh god. See this, that's where Kemi really showed us, because there's a way she did it. For example, the camera angles. She got the perfect angles for every single scene, because there's some scenes that she felt like for you to be able to there's some angles she shot from that would make you understand the intensity of that moment, the depth of that moment. Okay, for example, if it's best for me to shoot from bird eye level, as in from on top, headshot, she did it and then it brought it away. If it's for me to shoot from that, let me give an instance now. There's a person that was walking and then they started shooting the person from the person's leg. Do you understand? Then the person's hand or something. It was suspense filled, he want you to know who this person is. So the shots were so crazy. Everything also appealed to the emotions of people watching. It wasn't just stagnant, like shooting from one particular place and then okay. There's some shots there's some places angles that are shot from another place that made you feel like it's complicated another message. So all of the direction, everything was wonderful, and then the visual effects. Like there was a part where, like that's the ambience and the atmosphere of that movie. Like for example, there's a part where in the burial ground where young Enola Salami is another person that killed her role. Yes. And Tony Tosh, she finished it. Cause she even has the face of a wicked person, and that's why I really enjoyed that role. So it fitted her so much. Like, back to what I was saying. The burial ground where she was, it was day and night. It gave that scene a different vibe again. Like she talking and then young Enola Salami is nighttime, and the way they were just interchanging and switching, and it was so interesting, and it was beautiful to watch. And there's some places that low lights fitted the mood of that scene. They supposed that really bright lights was the best for it. So yeah, camera, everything about the editing was perfect. That's about camera angles and the costumes were apt. Like the people that styled them, they understood the assignments too, because it aided their dramatic actions and interpretations. Like every particular costume, especially Enola Salami, the people's costume I really liked. Enola Salami's costume from the beginning. He had this he had this political big woman vibe, big mommy vibes, and hair. That was the costume she had, the shoes and everything she wore. Especially that round table, in the last episode, that scene, I really enjoyed that black dress she wore, and then and that Fulani stuff she wore when she went to visit the president. That one, I was like, they actually went to look for this costume, man. They went out of their way. Then another person's costume I loved was Bariba. I loved his costumes. I loved his costume. Storyline. I like how the storyline went. from part one, I like how they showed okay how much she was a crime boss and how she controlled the the table, and just to show how much of a I don't want to use the word wicked, and how much of an almighty person like as per Almighty and Ella Salami now from the beginning of the movie itself, where they go where she don't killed her husband when they got married to him. That one already from that part down to how they ended part one, her children dying, and then part two how they were able to bring out another story from the last story, and how they introduce new characters that we didn't know before, like Ojude Bariba. And yeah, I must say I actually really enjoyed Ojude Bariba's performance, because first of all I felt like his costumes added to the message he was supposed to pass through his own character. And I also liked how they picked him. That's why I said characterization was brilliant. The people that picked this cast, these people, they knew what they were doing, because already being Odibari, first of all, the name got fits him, and then his own role, his own character fitted his personality, as in Charlie Boy himself. I like the rings on his fingers. I love how he spoke. I love his grace. I love his stylishness. I love his fluency. I just loved every single thing about him. And he was a very stupid man. That's why I liked him, because at the end of the day, no sense. Yeah, the Barry is a stupid man once again. I know I've said that before, but I'm saying it again. He's a very stupid man. Because they killed everybody else on the round table apart from him. Them leaving him. You should know that okay, they left him for a purpose. Instead of him to beg, he was still saying, "Woman, what have you done?" I like when he says "woman," like "woman, what have you done?" At the end of the day, they still shot him. So I mean, like, the man was a very stupid man throughout the movie, and I enjoyed his stupidity. Another part of Odogu Male that I really liked, after that part where he saw Makanaki, and then another part where I liked was where he started calling the boys like, let's say one of the boys is Emeka, like Emeka. When I brought the head of Emeka, I was like, oh shh, I know they sleep. I know they sleep. And I didn't like the way he died, honestly. I felt like it was like sacrificial lamb, because if Eniola had answered him when he kept on calling, I felt like he wouldn't have betrayed her. I like verifying too so much. And do you know why I liked him? Because every time he refused to endorse their political aim and all those their vision and all them going for governorship, I like that she gives him much like, oh Allah just Allah, I appreciate your benevolence, and bro, shut up, what kind of tip is this? I mean, no wonder she kept on is not to catch cruise, because this movie is actually a very fantastic one. Because I remember that time now, people be asking Kemi, when is Kilby coming? She's gonna use us to catch cruise. She used us to catch cruise there. Now, in as much as there were so many amazing performances, there were some people that didn't really amaze me. They're just there. I wasn't wowed by what they did. And okay, I think it's just one person. At the moment, it's just one person that's come to my head. I wasn't really wowed by what he did. That was Adi Tiger. Honestly, I was not so impressed. I wasn't like, whoa, wow, this boy killed his role. I mean, let me tell you, I feel like what helped him was that he had the physique, he had the face for it. Like, okay, personal bodyguard. There were some things we were supposed to do that people will feel like, oh my god, this guy is so sweet. He was just saying his lines. It was just reciting his. Yes, it looked like he was just reciting his lines. Cause I wasn't feeling it like, okay, there's some parts that I was expecting to do something like something that will feel touch me. I'm like, oh my god, oh, because he had that his role, his character was supposed to be an character, because he should show how much he really cared for Oba. Do you understand? And I just answer his call. Odogu has been calling since all this, and he's not picked it now. He's going to start making that kind of thing. It's always like Odogu has been calling and he are not picking his call. Oba. This sounds like like it sounds so plain. Just imagine him acting as a reporter, asking Dapon's role. You see what I'm saying? I want you guys feel how. And there's some scenes that I questioned. Like, okay, why did it happen? I didn't understand. First of all, what annoyed me was that scene where two small boys woke up from sleep. Let's go see the dog. And then we went to see the dog. No, daddy, no. Okay, then let's go back. Okay, no, let's go. Okay, so they kept on going. Yet you heard gunshot. A child in Nigeria hearing gunshot, and you are curious to know what's happening. I feel like that place was unreal. It was not okay, because gunshots as a child, and you are going to that place where there's gunshot. There's something wrong. Children got there. They saw people shooting, and that one, the other brother was with his big head. Was saying, "No, let's watch." I think it was unrealistic because that would not happen on a normal day. It won't happen. And then even when they started running back, when they started running back, that his leg got stuck. We didn't even see what his leg got stuck. I was like, my leg. I was doing that part was funny. I bet that part was not. It didn't really make sense to me. It was funny. Where I didn't understand was how they survived that bomb blast. Fine, they were not in the car where the bomb when the bomb was, but I felt like what they're supposed to do is that somebody, one of the Odogu, Makanaki's boys or Makanaki's people died, or they had scars to show that they were actually affected by the bomb blast, but not everybody came out alive. And after that bomb blast, Makanaki and Ella were on the same page again. How? Explain it to me. I want to know how. Or maybe there might be answers in season 2, but one thing I'm sure of is that their reconciliation, because they despise each other so much, they hated each other, they're in each other's black book, they are not come back to be friends. It don't make sense. So what could she have told him that would make them say, okay, let us reconcile? Because Makanaki wanted to go and kill Eniola that day. Hopefully season 2. So hopefully I hope there's an answer now. Eniola Salami, you know that it's cast that people skipped Eniola Salami because there's a reason why. Because she is the movie. Oh, she carried the movie. Because if there's no Eniola Salami, there's no King of Boys. I feel like there's nobody that could have played her role better than she did, because she already had everything for it. Like, okay, a woman that was Yoruba, obviously she was Yoruba, and then she had the face for it because she gave the right facial expressions whenever she wanted to give people I remember it's really Mr. Fashion that suffered that facial expression. I like how she was. Anytime she was vulnerable, okay, it was just in one scene she was vulnerable, and that was Ade Tiger's scene where she was like, Ade Tiger, you're pointing the gun at me again. She's like, Ade Tiger, you're doing this thing again. When it looked like you're pointing the gun at me, and she's like, I'm pointing the gun at you. And she's like, oh, Kopama Jewo. Like, that part was so sweet. And I was like, oh, my cute Eniola. But at the end of the day, they were just acting. Go polish some day. Ade Tiger. But it's not to catch crews like that. But I enjoyed that scene. My favorite scene of her, it was that place in the last episode. After that round table, after she killed everybody, then she now started praising herself. I heard goosebumps. I felt it. I was engrossed in that scene. I so many times I watched that scene. I rewatched. You know when she first started, she's finished. How they were switching them from young Eniola to older Eniola, the sound effects, the thunderstorms, everything that it was just catchy, and it was making me feel like shit. I was in this movie. I don't know what it was supposed to be. You're meant to feel like, okay, I did inside this movie. That's one barrier I broke. Like it really appealed to the emotions of people. At the end of the day, so something happened there at the last 2 scenes of the movie, and I'm very sure Kemi did that thing on purpose because of people that don't have patience. Something happened. If you didn't watch it, 2 things happened after Eniola Salami said, "Welcome to a new dispensation." So 2 things happened. Somebody went to strangle Larry, a lady, and then at the end of that again, at the last scene, was that same lady that strangled her. She was pregnant. She just should have broken her tummy. So I'm guessing, I know that lady that is pregnant, let me tell you what this is Makanaki's sword girl. Go and check it out. The hair that is on her head in that last scene is the hair that was on her throughout the movie where she was shown. Everything, like the same person. And then I've seen that scar. I've seen that scar somewhere. And let me tell you my problem with it. Herbali's already warned Makanaki, if he ever has a child, he's going to die. I'm thinking that girl is pregnant for Makanaki. I don't know. Because Kemi might put it there for us to think, okay, who is this lady? At the end of the day, might not be the one. But there's no explanation for it because she had the same hair on. Only if she has a twin, which I don't think. And that's why I'm even waiting for season 2, because it's like bringing another story. That's going to it unfolds other events in the next season. And that's what I'm waiting for. And then I read being strangled. I don't believe it because anything can happen. That's why they said that Makanaki has died too, and at the end of the day, he came back to life. So okay, well, I can't say that for Odogu because Odogu was mutilated, so there's no how I can come back to that. Only if they want to give us Fabu. And then for Are, or only if the people that killed Makanaki, that's how Makanaki left. Maybe one of them saved him. But that's not possible, I beg Jared, nothing work. Then Are to my CB alive. But now they should rest more. These people scared before, always looking for it. So that's that about that. So I highly recommend it for everyone that wants to watch something and be happy and okay, so I won't waste my data. I'm watching the words. Come and thank me later. Thank me later, cause you won't regret it. I promise you that. If you regret it, call me. I would give you your money for data back. Yeah, I'm saying that I'll give you money for data back. Big up to Kemi Adetiba. I'm going to one day be your spec, ma'am. Big up to honestly, she went out of her way to do it. Whoa! I can't wait for season 2 of it. So yeah, we've come to the end of this video. And yes, please, if you have any contradictions, if you say okay, well, maybe this girl was capping at some point, even though I was not capping, but if you think I was capping, if you think there are things I needed to add, things I needed to subtract, just mention in the comment section. I would really appreciate, because I want this to be interactive. Yeah, about that. If you're not subscribed, please, I'm begging subscribe. I'm gonna drop a video very soon. Might be a skit though. And what else again? That's all. Please interact, share to your friends. Record part of this video where you feel like okay, I was spitting facts. Then post in WhatsApp status so people come and watch my video. Thank you so much. And yeah, my hair is blue. Woohoo! It's my favorite color. Blue is my favorite color. And I got my hair dye from Vintage Heads on Instagram. Vintage Heads temporary hair dye. It's the best to use on your hair. Does not damage your hair. Now me but I go hype myself. It doesn't damage your hair in any way. It gives you a different look. We have different colors. You can come and get yours from us. So thank you very much for getting part of the video. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to share with your friends. See you in my next video. Bye.